السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we will continue to study the section Furqan, 25th section of the Quran, and we studied up to the verse 17. So let's just start with where we left off last week. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويوم يحشرهم وما يعبدون من دون الله فيقول أأنتم أضللتم عبادي هؤلاء أم عبادي هؤلاء أم هم ضلوا السبيل. The translation says, and on the day he will gather them, the rejectors, the deniers, whatever you call them, the opponents of the prophets, along God will gather them along with those they worship beside God, whatever they worship. And he will say, God will speak to them and say, was it you who misled my servants? Or did they stray from the path by themselves? Now, this verse is telling us something that we can benefit now from this teaching. But, of course, the description is presented to us. It is taking place in on the day of resurrection or after the day of resurrection. But we understand that يَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ. So we understand whenever we are gathered in front of our God, for example, every individual being may want to question what he or she has been doing. We may prefer this. And let's say, let me take my life seriously and question myself what I have been doing. So if I understand that there are two options, but we have to speak in black and white terms, whether I believe there is a creator or there is no creator. So if there is a creator, there is only one way. Everything is created by him and I worship him. But of course, as one of the beautiful description of the hadith says, one day, it reminded me this now, the subject, I am a believer, but is everything perfect with me? Speaking on my behalf, I would say no. So where am I missing? That's my question. So Hadith narration says one day the Prophet was sitting with his friends, which are called technically companions of the Prophet, who are accompanying him. I understand they are his friends and also helpers to help them, to help him, the Prophet, to spread his message. So in the Quranic language, and Ansar, so who are the helpers. So he, they usually sit on the sand. So in this condition, in their living conditions, he drew one line on the sand and drew some, how can I describe it? So straight line and some branches going right, going left. So it is described by the Hadith scholars that the people divert their direct relationship with God by following other directions. But in a believer's form, I understand this, that although I say everything is created by God, the universe is created by God, but I may have some divergence from this straight line, going out and coming back again, going out this way or another way, coming in, coming back again. What does it mean? What I mean by this, I say, yes, everything is created by God, but I have also some effort in doing something. But yes, everything is created by God, but sun is emitting the rays of light. Yes, everything is created by God, but the moon is reflecting it is the moon which reflects the light to us at night, that we benefit from it. Yes, the typical example, God created the universe, God created the world, the earth, but tree is producing the fruit. Or somebody is taking care of my life. Yes, we have to understand that everything is created by God, tree is created by God, but keep on the main straight line. Fruit is created by God as well. Sunlight is created by God as well. Moon reflection, reflection of light we receive through the creation of moon, but this reflection, the action of reflection, is created by God as well. So that is what the believers should be very careful. Don't have any side roads going out, although coming back again, saying that, of course, we are created by God. And when I eat the fruit, I say, Alhamdulillah, thanks to God, He created the tree, and from the tree, I received the fruit. Thank you, God, for creating the tree, which creates the fruit for me. Diversions. So that is the beautiful description of the prophetic teaching, the people around him, his friends. So this is the believer's side. So we will be questioned about this diversions, swerving and coming back again, swerving. Why did you do that? So we will be asked as well, the believers will be asked as well, but not as severely as the deniers will be asked. Why? Look, you said that I created a tree. Fine. Did you see? Now, here is the question. Was it you who misled my servants? In this example, God is presenting to us that I will ask the tree if you, the tree, misled my servant. Did you show any quality within yourself that you are acting in order to produce the fruit? Did you show anything? So that this servant of mine, you misled him. And the tree will say, of course, I have no such a sign at all. So this is a kind of sympathetic, if it is the right word, treating of the believers. So you missed some points. But non-believers will be questions directly about the creation of existence of everything. So my question is here. That is the conclusion. Now we are here to ask. Although this verse is talking about what will happen in the next creation, I'm reading the question. Now, question 1. Although this verse is talking about what will happen in the next creation, but we know that it is a guidance, the Qur'an, this verse. This verse is a guidance for us here in this world. If it is so, how do we apply it to our life here now? So that's what we have been doing, inshallah. So the unbelievers, the main purpose of this verse is speaking and calling the unbelievers to take notes of their reasoning and asking them to question what they are doing, what they have been doing, inviting them. Think about it. So that the verse says to them, I am going to ask what you have assigned my creation to as to be the source of existence of anything. I am teaching you. Do you see any sign in the existence of any piece of the universe, that what they seem to be doing, their action is originating from themselves? If they have any sign in their existence, if there is any sign in their existence to mislead you or to let you understand that, this is caused by the particle, by the atom itself, by the cell itself, or by, I don't know, tree itself, by, well, I don't know, the air molecule itself, by the sun itself, by the soil itself. Although plants are coming out of soil, but have you seen any sign of life in the soil? Any sign of any kind of quality that which it will arrange it. But nowadays, no one says the soil is arranging the plant or being the reason of existence of the plant. Now the science went into seed, and within the seed, there is a cell, and there are elements going on in the cell, in any cell, that these things seem to be working in order to develop into a plant or a tree by utilizing the elements in the soil, air, sunlight, water, etc. Now, the problem of this age is in the cell. Recently, I have been working on a subject which says, it's a very beautiful subject, so which says DNA needs enzymes to function. That is what the materialist scientists also say. They don't deny it. So you can search for it. DNA needs enzymes to function. Now, we have to watch out now. And the same materialist people are very well aware and declare, openly say that enzyme needs to get the code from DNA to work. Now, what is going on? If DNA doesn't work, enzyme, which is protein, in fact, that the DNA needs to function, if DNA doesn't work, enzyme cannot work. If enzyme cannot work, DNA cannot work because there is no protein. If DNA doesn't work, enzyme cannot work because there is no code produced by DNA. That's why materialists say, exactly. I wonder. I asked, so I laughed at it at the end. I asked one of the AIs, they know this, and AIs work alongside with the most applied or used material in database, in their database. So most materials are used in their database are evolutionist database. They know the theory in great details. So I wrote this sentence. Exactly. Look, if DNA doesn't work, enzyme cannot work. If enzyme cannot work, DNA doesn't work. Which comes first, and which one really can improve itself by itself? They are all interdependent on each other. So most of them, all of them must be functioning at the same time. If all of them must be functioning at the same time, there is no evolution because they are already perfectly functioning. The answer I received from AI, yes, what you said is true. Exactly. And you can try if you like. Yes, what you say is exactly true. And it seems to be that you are criticizing evolutionist theories. And yet that's correct. What is the excuse? I numbered them. This is the stage 1. This is the stage 2. This is the stage 3. Now, analyze the stages if I am making any mistakes. So answer is stage 1 is correct. Stage 2 is correct because materialist scientists know this. Stage 3 is correct. And at the end, there is a paragraph. That is very interesting, and I'm very hopeful for the future of scientists that they will really declare uh, uh, bankruptcy. It says, but evolutionist scientists say at the very beginning of the development of this evolution, prepared the ground for it, and and so it is happening by itself now, perfectly working in an evolutionary way. It is already perfectly working. What are you talking about evolution? Now going back to history. All right. Is there any sign of any fossils? Is there any sign, any fossil of anything that from the beginning, any sign, any evidence from the beginning that the things prepared the ground for these perfect combinations? Nothing. I swear by God, wallahi, they are teaching lies knowingly. Knowingly. This is not the answer at all. I give this example always, which is very vivid, real. If one part of the computer, one part, element of the computer doesn't work, the whole computer doesn't work. So, in order for a computer to work perfectly, every part of the computer must be working at the same time. That is very reasonable. No one is crazy to say otherwise. It wouldn't work. If one part is not properly working, every part must be perfectly working. This is the very crucial problem of this age. They are cheating. They are telling obvious lies. They know they are teaching lies. They don't say it. Now we will come to the verse. Now, if the computer works perfectly, why do we need the model second model, the following model? For example, my computer is something really, I don't know, but I don't know how many years ago. I have no time concept this kind of things. So maybe 10 years old, maybe 6 years old. I don't know, somewhere there. Doesn't matter. But there are new models. Have my computer, has my computer evolved in a new model? Or a new model of computer has been designed by a conscious engineer, it means a group of engineers, and new model is produced and new, with its new models perfectly working within itself. No model can improve itself into another model unless there is a conscious agent making it, preparing it. I'm going to go crazy. That's so simple to understand. How people are misled about this subject. Because of the technological, flowery language and authoritative language they use. People, people are mesmerized, or how do you say, hypno, hypnotized. Ah, they know something. And these deniers are not modest people at all. But Muslims, the believers, are so model. They say, Allahu A'lam. That is what, as far as I could understand, but I can be wrong. So modest. So they don't trust the really teaching the truth people in a modest way. They are bewildered by the language, flowery language of the aggressive, seemingly using authoritative language, but cheating, like the lying professional politicians. They speak so sure they do not what they say. So that that is how people are really misled. That's what God is speaking really with perfect confidence, saying that, can you find anything in any part of the cell or DNA or any kind of molecules that has the quality to be the source of existence of what they are employed there, how they are employed, how they are doing. They seem to be doing something. Yes, we are human beings. When we look at it, we see that the tree is growing. That is very human. But at the same time, it is very human that we have to use our logic, we have to use our consciousness, we have to use our human side to question this reality. Can the tree, the cells of the tree, be the source of existence of the fruit or the leaves or flowers, whatever it is? Even the body, the life, the quality of making synthesis or whatever, they cleaning the air, returning, turning the uh, carbon dioxide in the oxygen, producing oxygen. The huge manufacturing is going on within the body of the tree, and none of them has any kind of consciousness, any kind of any feeling. And God says, I am going to ask what you have worshipped, whether they had any sign in their existence that caused you to be misled. Of course, this verse is speaking to me right now. But if we understand this verse, saying that, for example, let me read it in an old-fashioned way, which was, I'm not criticizing the old scholars at all. And it is not, I am ashamed of if I criticize them. Because in their time, there was no such problems at all. There were no such problems. Their problems was very simple, and they understood the Quran according to what they need. I cannot expect myself to understand the Quran in terms of the 22nd, 23rd, 5th, or 15th century ahead. And the 15th century ahead, the people say that, oh, Ali, you understood this word so simple. Come on, you misled the people. They wouldn't say this. I'm not expecting them to say this. I would say you are being not just. Exactly the same way. I cannot criticize we cannot criticize old scholars because they tried their best to, if you like, feed the people's need according to their capacity, their need according to the scholars' need capacity as well at that time. They were just really serving people to teach them this. Let's read, but if we keep repeating what they taught, how they explained this verse in the classical scholarship, now it would be my mistake to misrepresent the Quran and also to misrepresent the scholars. If I bring this 12th century scholar, 8th century scholar, Mujahid, a great man, for example, or Ibn Abbas, a great man who interprets the Quran in a great way within his time, capacity, conditions. Ibn Abbas was a companion. As a child, but still as a companion. 12 years old when the Prophet died. But he joined the Quran study circles at the age of 6. So he learned from them in Medina. So afterwards, he developed himself. He used his human capacity and educated many other people who wrote tafsir, commentaries on the Quran. How can I not appreciate them? Because they said something doesn't make sense to me now in 21st century. It wouldn't be fair at all. So we have to be really confident that these people were great. They will be rewarded according to their effort, which is great, immensely great. No one can do nowadays what they did at that time. Nowadays, the living conditions completely changed, by the way. But if I bring it now and present it to you saying that on the day he will gather them in the hereafter, I'm reading it in a classical way. The deniers gather the deniers, kuffar, the deniers, along with those they worship beside him, their idols, that made up of, I don't know, marbles or stones or wood. And God will say to these idols, I'm reading the text in 7th or 10th century. Was it you who misled my servants, speaking to the idol there? Or did they stray from the path by themselves? The idol will speak, no, they strayed themselves. I didn't do anything. Sorry, my God. Of course, it looks ridiculous now. Am I wrong? Please let me know if I am wrong. It looks ridiculous. No one will say this nowadays. So with what we have to do, rather than blaming them, we have to benefit from their studies, how they analyze the Quran in various ways and use their materials and apply it to my living conditions. Am I being too, well, I don't know, simplistic? Or am I doing something wrong? Please let me know. So we have to, no one speaks. No one says, or if I say this man, no, you are wrong, this man will get angry at me.
No, that's what I would do actually. Same thing. Because the idols definitions have changed in this day and age.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Right.
So we have to respect them, We have to benefit from the other ways of studying the Quran. It's a beautiful, beautiful. But putting the message of the Quran within their living conditions is right or was right for them, not right for us. That's what we have to really wake up. Inshallah, inshallah. So this is the first question. Second question, let me see. Fariha, I agree. That I think Fariha says she agrees with us. I think, I think so. Anyways, you can always really warn me. Second question, let's read the second question. Do you think this verse is inviting us to think about who we are really worshiping? The reader of the Quran, asking us, but telling me that, Ali, be careful, be careful. Who are you worshiping now? Huh? Who is your object of worship? This message is, that is the question, but this message is, worship only the one who can be the conscious source of existence. That is an invitation. Look, these creatures, or those things that you value, whatever it is, everybody has different idol. Scientists' idol is nature. Scientists' idol is matter. Scientists' idol is nowadays but materialist scientists. It was wrong to say scientists. Materialist scientists. There are many believing scientists. Alhamdulillah, thank God. Materialist one's idol is nature, matter, accident, random development, and random evolution, perfection, adaptation. These are all interpretations. They're just their personal interpretations. I am sure now, after really going on studying what they are saying, what is the truth, if there is any sign of truth in what they are saying, nothing. Nothing I found so far. Obvious lie, self-contradicting findings. In their findings, contradicts what they claim. So last time when I argued with the AI, and I found out that he says, yes, you are right, but don't criticize evolution. Why? They have some sort of excuses. I started laughing at it. What shall I do in my house? Living in my room, I just started laughing at it. This laugh was had two meanings. First, very sorry for these people, but at the same time, how sarcastic, how ridiculous their attitude is towards the believers. No evidence in their hand, and they speak with big word. Let me remember the verse now. كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم. Oh, let me find out this verse and share with you. It is just occurred to me. Allah reminded me now. If you don't mind, I will stop sharing and sharing the screen and find this verse and exactly what the Quran is saying, really describing the people of these scientists today. If you don't mind, please don't leave the room. It's so exciting. This verse is also very exciting. So I will just search it now very quickly, inshallah. Oh, all right, go out this way and come here. All right, come down. Right. That's enough. Yes, Alhamdulillah, it was very easy. Look, actually, all right, that's okay. I'm going to share the screen now. This screen. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That is from Kahf, section Kahf, 18th section of the Quran, verse number 5. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You see the verse, don't you? Let me see. Yes, 18:5. Thank you, Sarah Elanem, but here it is. Thank you, thank you. ما لهم به من علم ولا لآبائهم كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم إن يقولون إلا كذبا. الله أكبر. If I wasn't with you now, I would just prostrate. إلا كذبا. So they, let me see, they have, let's see the simplest. Halim's translation is the simplest. Let's read this one. They have no knowledge about it, about this, nor did their forefathers. The previous scientists also didn't have any. It is a monstrous assertion, or the other one is triple claim, or for their forefathers. Dreadful is the saying, the different translations, that comes out of their mouths. What they say is nothing but lies. Exactly. 100% confirmed. Nothing but lies. Really, Quran knows, mashallah, amazing. Yeah, yeah. So Quran knows what will happen in the 21st century, in the 50th century, knows and speaks with no fear, no hide, no twisting language at all. They speak lies. That's it. Inshallah, very soon they will declare bankruptcy. Inshallah. Let me go back. This is a beautiful verse, you know. You can just read it and feel comfortable, say, Alhamdulillah, ala ni'matil Islam. Thank God for the ni'mah. How do you say? How do you say?
Gift,
Ni'mah.
blessing.
Blessing. Okay. A blessing of Iman. What a blessing of Iman. Alhamdulillah. Anyways, let's share our original text. Here we go. Section Furqan and share it. All right. Here we go. Now, we have to question ourselves as well. This is, of course, for disbelievers, deniers, but at the same time, I have to make my path straight. I have to make my path straight, not diverge it here and there. Yeah, inshallah. Any question, any concern about this verse? Otherwise, I will continue 18, verse 18. Now, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qalu, they are responding now. Subhanak, ma kana yanbaghi lana, and أن نتخذ من دونك من أولياء ولكن متعناهم وآباؤهم حتى نسوا الذكر وكانوا قوما بورا. ما شاء الله. They will say, Subhanak, glory be to you. You are perfect. You are always perfect. So, so all of your qualities, all of your manifestations of everything is so perfect. So it was not for us to take any masters beside you. ينبغي لنا أن نتخذ من دونك من أولياء. It means we have to understand these words. The translation is not very clear. ما كان ينبغي there is no way for us that we will have any other authority, master, over us other than you, that other than you, somebody or something else will be operating in our existence. Everything in our existence only manifests your qualities. Everything what we seem to be doing by ourselves is what you have created, or as you have created. Everything what we seem to be doing is nothing but your act of creation. That means Subhanak. That means glory be to you. So we have no way to show that there is something else other than you, or the creator of the universe, which is operating in us, in our existence, or which has any share in our existence other than your full ownership of my existence. That's what ma ينبغي لنا. One. But it doesn't befit us to say anything at all. So, أن تتخذ من دونك من أولياء ولكن متعتهم وآباءهم. Beautiful, beautiful. But you provided comforts in this world. I am adding this. Comforts in this world. Out of your mercy. These are my additions. متعتهم means really, you provided what they needed in this world. You are freely giving to them and their forefathers. So also, whether deniers or if somebody denies or doesn't deny, God's mercy encompasses everybody, creates it, lets us, like my typical example is the school example. Excellent, because the universe is nothing but looks like a universe, or functions as a, not universe, university, education institution. It is really an education institution. That's why I love the example of education institutions. The people who established, let's say, university, and they say, okay, come and get your education here, free. Now, people come there. Some of them never attend classes. Some of them never pay attention to education. Some of them come to the class, but at the same time listen to professor, but also text something to his friends. Everybody is different. But university facilities, this is important. University facilities are provided for them equally. University doesn't say that I'm not going to heat the room for the ones who are not listening to the professor. No, everybody gets the same facilities, but everybody is free to benefit from the institution, what the institution offers to them, They are free, exactly like this. The university is providing everything equally to everyone, lets everyone be free, and they will decide according to their own choice. According to their own choice. But at the end, what the university does, gives the degree to those who deserve it, according to their level of deserving it, and doesn't give any uh, what uh, not the grade or no degree, doesn't give any degree to those people who say fail. That's it. That's what the university is all about. So university doesn't get angry and doesn't prevent them. No. For example, let's say there is free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner in the university. Those people who attend the class get the free dinner, free lunch, and those who don't attend the class get the free dinner, free lunch equal. But at the end, that is how the existence of this universe, reality of existence of the universe is this. This verse is telling us that, but you provided comforts for them, yes, and for their fathers as well. Until they forgot your message and became a worthless people. They were worthy people while when they were created, when they were accepted as students to the university. Universe also is correct in reality, but example in the university, they were worthy people. They were given the qualities to learn everything as they were accepted in the university. But they didn't use their quality. At the end, they forgot what they have been given and became a worthless people. حتى نسوا الذكرى وكانوا قوما بورا. So they became worthless. I mean, boor is not only worthless. How can I? My vocabulary is extremely limited. I cannot express it in English. Bura is not only worth people, it's really something you can say, this is just disgusting, throw it away. Like that. Bura, bur. Anyways, it's not the language class here. So they became worthless people. At the end, they were not given any degree at all. That is hell. Go out of the university and become nobody. No value, no profession, nothing. You learn nothing. So in the hereafter, of course, these people will be, okay, you deserve nothing. So I am a bit excited about, let's read the, sorry, for the point one here. The Quran demonstrates in this verse what was mentioned in the previous verse. Those they worship beside God as if they were speaking like conscious beings and witnessing through their existence that they cannot claim any quality of themselves to be the source of existence of anything. So that is what the Qur'an's very bright, very alive description of what will happen in the hereafter, but we understand that it is directly related to my life now, right now. So we have to understand that we shouldn't go to the hereafter. In the hereafter, it will be like this. Definitely something like this will happen in the hereafter, for sure. But of course, I cannot wait the meaning of this verse to become clear until I will die, and then will be taken uh, to give my account to my Creator. Or it will be too late. So I have to take the guidance, the benefit from these verses while I am living here, inshallah. Allahu Akbar. So the last one, inshallah, we will stop soon. We are invited to examine this claim now, if this is true or not. Yes, that is what we should read the Quran like this. Or shall I put this one here? Now, we should read the Quran like this. Is it really valid for me right now? We have to have this question. This doesn't mean that some people are, not some people, one of my friends, only one of my friends said, oh, I speak a lot saying that you have to read the Quran in a critical way. It means, of course, as if I am criticizing God, looking for the faults in it. No, I have to say that is what we have to follow this method. I have to say this is the verse. Seems to be talking about the hereafter. Now, although I am here, I am not in the hereafter. God, in this Quran, God speaks to me right now while I am in this world. So how can I benefit from it? Because since God is presenting it to me right now in my living conditions, so if it is my Creator's speech to me, it must be a source of guidance for me. So ask the question accordingly. How can I benefit from you, the verse that I am reading? This is critical reading, not in order to criticize it, but not really that I should read, not in a way that I am going to just uh, imitate it. Now, in the hereafter, God told me that God will ask the idols, and if they were the ones who misled the kuffar, of course, this understanding doesn't say me because I am a believer. So those people, and then they will say, no, 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 subhanak. So, no, what is that? What? There's something wrong here. No. Subhanak, glory be to you. That will happen in the hereafter. So I must be careful now not to follow kuffar, unbelievers, disbelievers. This way of reading the Quran doesn't really give me any benefit now, doesn't guide me at all, and I cannot check myself what I am doing if I am really assuming taking some other things other than God as my idols. It doesn't benefit me. So in order to benefit, we have to engage with the Quran, with the ayats, and say, how can I benefit from it so that I will be very careful not to fall into the same mistake that this verse is describing. So I have to look at the verse, analyze the verse, bearing in mind that how can I benefit from this verse? that kind of reading, it means acquiring a guidance from the verse, is not to reading the Quran in order to criticize it and look for the faults for it. Hasha, but that is not our aim at all. Our aim is at all. So our aim is, let's bring this verse into our practical life, in summary. So inshallah, we will continue the following verses next week. And also, I would love to see you tomorrow as well. We are going to study an interesting example from the Quran. Inshallah, it will solve many problems concerning what our prayers means, really. So I am excited about tomorrow's discussion as well. I would like to see you, inshallah, tomorrow again in the same room. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhir da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.